Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Just want to give everyone a little bit of time, obviously, to jump on. I see there's a few people that's joined in. Some people still getting the link. So let's be patient and let's just give them maybe let's say a minute or two just to join in. So this is going to be the 2026 trading system on how to get rich trading gold, right? How a person like you who's watching this and a person like me back in the day, is able to make $3,000 to $5,000 while still having their current job or currently what they're doing, right? So they're still able to navigate, trade gold, and execute positions just by following the trades. All right. So yeah, can't wait to get into it. I think if you guys obviously joined my last webinar, I think it was really good. I think now my sound is a lot better, so that's definitely a good start. And yeah, looking forward to it. What's up, chat? See some people that I originally know. Manny Mo, Simon, Susanna, welcome. Fitness. How's everyone doing? So yeah, just giving everyone, if you just tuned in, just giving everyone like maybe another minute or so just before we jump into it, because just sent the link. I want everyone to obviously get in while it's still fresh and everything's good. I think, yeah, the sound is and everything's good. And if you guys, if it's your first time, obviously on a Tuesdays and a Thursdays, generally we are streaming. So we live stream on YouTube and we take in positions based on gold. But because if we do a webinar, I like to do it on the same day so that everyone has the same time. Because a lot of people come 6 p.m. and they always put on their calendar, always put it on their alarm clocks and like, yeah, I can't wait to see Luke. So respect to all the regulars that come on. But yeah. Really looking forward to it. Gonna give someone, I'd say like another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna jump into the mastermind. I don't want to keep too much of your time, guys. Just to update so long. Today the VIP group has done extremely well, but before I get into all of that, just congrats to everyone who is watching this now and everyone who took those trades today, because it was an absolute smoke over there. So big shout out to everyone who did take it. I'm receiving. What's crazy, I sent another trade. Now all your messages are coming through, but I was prepared for the webinar, so I'm like, damn, now I have to still reply to you guys and stuff. So if I don't reply to you straight away, just remember that I am doing this webinar and I'm trying to help other people get to the same level as, let's say, you want to get to. All right? Sound is great, perfect. I did fix it. I did definitely fix it. I was waiting for that. All right, guys. So without further ado, welcome to the 2026, what are we in, August now, 2026 August trading system on how to get rich on trading gold. So this is going to take a bit of time, but it's really educational. And what's the difference about this one as opposed to the last webinar is that I'm going to explain a little bit about my strategy, or a little but a lot. Right, so I'm going to break down time frames, I'm going to break down different charts that you guys can understand exactly how to get in and how exactly I look for positions. Now, if you're watching my live streams, obviously you guys see this on a day-to-day basis, how exactly I look for a trade, but this is going to be more in detail. So looking forward to it. Make sure you guys are ready, get some water. I will be looking at the chat here and there. There will be a time for you guys to ask questions, but I want to have it quite smooth flowing. So let's jump into it. Ready? Get some water. Okay, that's me talking. Let me just click next. Okay, cool. Okay, sound and video check. Please write from 1 to 10 in the chat how well you can hear me and see me. So just say like if the sound's good, if the video is good. I think the sound is perfect now, because previously it was coming through one side. Now I think it's coming through both. A lot of you guys said the last time. So this webinar is like, the V2, I made a lot of adjustments. I did a lot of changes, so everything should be good. So just if you can in the chat, guys, just put in there like 10 or 1, just so I know. So I see some 10s. Okay, so I think it's good. All right, and if the volume's just a bit lower, just feel free to put it up on your side. As the majority of people are saying 10, it's probably good. All right, cool. And if you have any issues, just refresh the page. Cool. So while we wait, well, we have waited a little while, but while we're just getting into it, if you guys want to put in like what city you're from, which country you're from, what do you do for work, and how much do you want to earn per month? Let's get a little bit to know each other. If you guys want to just put it all in one sentence, don't like spam it. Just put in like one sentence. So like, if you're from South Africa, trader, and then 3,000 or something like that, just to make it easier for me to read, just so I understand where you guys are from, where's the audience from, and yeah, just get a bit to know you guys. Some of the people that's already in the chat already definitely know you, but just say it so that other people can get more acquainted with you. Some people from Singapore, we have quite a strong Singaporean community, which is great. Got to make sure I have my Red Bull, you know. All right, so looking forward to this. Nice. Okay, so from the UK, I'm a nurse. Great. And how much you looking to earn per month extra? Singaporean, 20k per month. Nice. Very good. Glasgow, I don't work. £2,000. Okay, cool. No problem. London, engineer, £3,000. Nice. Gordon's from England, ex-Rhodesian. Cool. Perfect. Rhodesian. Canada, or nurse, 5 to 10k. Pharmacist, UK, 3k would be great. So Netherlands, psychologist, around 2k extra would be amazing already. 10,000. 10,000. There's final bid goes to Delan. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think everyone's on the same path of what exactly I want to do. So big shout out to everyone from all different parts of the world. It's great to see that we have a nice community and everyone's from different places. So let's all get along. Yeah, I think everyone's on the same trajectory of what exactly they want to achieve, right? So some people said 2k, some people said 3k, some people said 10k, some people said 20k, right? Sky's the limit. But in this video, I want to try my best to teach you on how to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 every month. And I think based on what I just read now, it's pretty much fills exactly what you guys are looking at. So make sure to watch this video because this is definitely going to benefit you. All right. Cool. So in today's program, kind of jumped a little bit about it in the beginning while we were still waiting for people, but just for the people that just joined, just going to run through what we're going to be covering. So why everyone should understand trading, number one. Number two, why gold offers major opportunities in 2026. As if you've been trading with me for the past year already, you know how many opportunities there already has been. Number three, how to work towards $3,000 a month in additional income. Number four, how you could have made $50,000 with us in the past 4 months. All right. So this is all what we're going to be covering. And also we're going to be covering something that we didn't cover last webinar, is basically the strategy. And I made specific slides. I took the time out my day to make a specific slide to show you guys exactly the step-by-step guide on what exactly to look for. All right. So this webinar will take around 60 to 100 minutes. So around 1 hour to hour and a half, around about that. So it's generally how long I stream for on my live stream. So anyone that joins me on a Tuesday or Thursday, they would know it's completely normal. At the end of this, you'll have a chance to join the VIP community 100% free. So make sure you watch right until the end because we might just have a surprise for you. Let's begin. All right. So feel free to drop any questions or anything in the chat, whatever you like. Then I'll get to it when the time is right. All right. But I don't want to take too many time because if I go to the questions and to the slides, it's going to take way too long. But I'll probably be answering your guys' questions throughout the slides. So feel free to drop in a question and then I'll get back to it when I can. If I've already answered, I'll just mention that. So there are many ways to make money. Excuse me. In many ways to make money, obviously, in today's world, right, or for the past decades. So build a career for 10 years with no guarantee or promotion or job security. Not that wasn't for me. Change profession or learn a new one. It may become irrelevant, requires a lot of effort, and nothing changes. Or start a business, huge risks of being left with nothing. Now, just some things that you need to pay attention to. Most of you can relate to this right now. Either you're in a job that you don't want to be doing, that you really hate, and you don't even see any sort of promotion because you don't even care about the future of the actual project or the future of the job. And a lot of you don't have enough income to actually start your own business, because remember, when starting your own business, most businesses fail within the first year. Now, that doesn't mean that businesses are going to completely fail. It just means that most businesses don't run at a profit for the first year. So you need a lot of income, or you need sponsors to get you through that first tough period, right? Based on experience as well. And this is, you can get lucky, you can get a good product, but just talking in general sentence, most, I would say 80% of them to 90% of them, you will not make money within the first year. Okay. The internet is full of ways to make money online: dropshipping, Amazon FBA, freelancing, online courses. These are all ways that you've heard about, and I'm sure that 90% of you have seen this online, and most of you have either watched a YouTube video, one of your friends are doing this, or something that you've done, and you realized some of it is a load of shit, and some of it actually just doesn't actually work. I know some people who's made money in, let's say, dropshipping in Amazon, but it's a very rare amount of people, right? So these are just some things that obviously create no financial freedom. They often carry serious risks. Okay. What if I told you now that gold is the simplest market to profit in 2026, and complete beginners are already making $3,000 with it right now? That's the truth, right? Just today alone, I think a few people made more than $3,000, and that's in a single day. So that's why I was telling you, we sent so many trades today, and I won't jump into that. I'll speak about the present, but a lot of people are making that sometimes daily now. So even to make $3,000 a month, for them, it seems like that's become the norm. So let's have a look at some real results from real people. Let's have a look at Lars. Lars made $7,446 profit today. Just some gold is great. And you can see these are from real people, real results. And you can see Mark in one trade, which I mentioned, one deal, was 1,228. So just in a single trade, he made 1,228. And he said he was stuck in traffic and he saw the gold trade, he just took it, right? Obviously, I don't recommend people trading and driving, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But it just goes to show how simple it is to execute trades while you're actually busy doing something else, right? Obviously, you need to be focused on the road, but Mark was busy trading, and he's still alive today, so which is great. But I don't recommend it. Yeah, so let's have a look at the results from other members. Some people make $30, $50, $100, $300 plus from just a few trades. So let's have a look at Sandro. Sandro made $500. Obviously, it's in Spanish. Thomas made over like almost $1,300, which is great. Said he joined the VIP on the Sunday evening. He thought he'd start training on the Tuesday, but decided the morning analysis. By Monday 10 a.m., he already banked $1,300, so very good. Gary Hart as well. You can see Gary's results compared to, let's say, $500, $1,300. It doesn't seem as significant, but I can tell you he is very happy because why? He's progressing in his journey. So that's the most important. We're not necessarily always looking for crazy results. We're looking for consistent profits. So these people were beginners, had no trading experience, did not take expensive training courses, and did not spend years learning complex skills. They just started seeing results within 3 days. And this is the truth, right? Like you said before, you saw, what was his name? Thomas as well, started trading, joined, and within like 2 days, he's made $1,300. Cool. So this is the 5-step system. At the end of this webinar, each of you will have the opportunity to achieve the same kind of results for free with even zero experience. No paid courses and no paid subscriptions, right? I don't sell a course. I teach people completely for free. It's very important. So just a little bit about myself. A little bit of myself is, my name is Luke. I grew up in South Africa. So obviously you guys got to know, some people got to know me. I'm just going to introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Luke. I grew up in South Africa where opportunities were obviously rare. Survival came before dreams. Today I am a consistently profitable trader. I earn six-figure numbers per year, maybe even more this year. Who knows? At this rate, it's going really good. I trade daily and build my own brand. So that's just a little bit about myself. For most of you who watch my YouTube videos, and for those of you actually joining my live stream, I speak a lot about my journey and how I got to where I am today. And for most of you, it's very relatable. So obviously, I don't want to get too much on me. If you want to know anything more further about me, you can more than welcome to text me on my Telegram community or just go watch my YouTube videos. All right. So I've fully verified trading statistics from 100,000 to 824,000 in 7 months without gambling and inflated risks. So a community of people who know nothing about trading, but today they're making such results. So these are all the people that's been taking the same trades, as you can see on the right-hand side. Andreas, Ricardo, Enrico, Bruno, making crazy results. Like look at Bruno, for example. In one single day, he's made almost $6,000 or $7,000. Sorry, $6,040, which is just insane. Now, when you guys look at my results from 100,000 to 824,000, right? That's almost 800% gain in 7 months. It's even higher now because this was previous month because we just started August. It just goes to show that consistency is what got me there. And imagine you had an account that could have gotten you an extra 800%. Now, I'm not saying you will be able to take 100% of my trades, right? Some trades you might miss because you might be busy, you might have family things to do, but I send around 2 to 5 trades per day, and that's just on the intraday gold signal group. This is just on my intraday gold signal group. So if you guys are taking this, even to get 200% gain, 300% gain is still a huge achievement. All right. So a little bit of my story. I know this can be, but it's just good for you guys if you want to know. But we will get into the trading aspect as well. So just make sure you watch a little bit towards the end. Well, not towards the end, the middle. It's about to come. So my story, I started working at the age of 14, making $3 a day, waking up at 3 a.m. while my friends slept. Those early mornings taught me one thing: no one is coming to save you but yourself. Now, just to work, I worked 11 different jobs. I'm not getting into all of them, but I worked at a gadget store. I worked promoting bodyboarding products. I delivered pizza, and then I went into plumbing, which was obviously my lowest point of them all. So it just goes to show that I also put in a lot of work, put in a lot of effort to get to where I am today. And this is a true quote, a true statement of what I said. So every day I was covered in dirt, cleaning toilets, digging trenches, and breaking my back for $150 every single month. And one day I was standing waist deep in the pit and the shovel in my hand, and I said to myself, I literally cannot do this anymore. And I quit. And that's why when you guys send me screenshots and you guys send me testimonials of you guys making like $1,000 in a day, I was like, what? You know, obviously I know it's achievable, but it just goes to show that it's just insane of I used to be happy or content with making $150 every single month, right? Okay, so you don't need to go through the same path. Obviously not. You don't need to go through being a plumber. You don't have to go work 11 different jobs, and you don't have to suffer the way I did. But you can immediately get a tool that works and bring the same results as soon as tomorrow. So part 1. Now we get into more of the trading aspect. Just 1 second. Why trading in 2026? The world is becoming more unstable every year. You can't rely on anything. Okay. So geopolitics. As you guys know, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world today. There's war, there's Trump talking, there's just news events happening every single day. And it's just geopolitics, right? Conflicts, sanctions, trade wars, rising prices. Tomorrow, a new war could begin and immediately affect the prices, salaries, and the quality of your life. And as you guys know, you guys are starting to see prices of all goods, petrol, stuff you buy in the supermarkets, everything is going up in prices, and you're probably wondering why. Like, why is this all happening? Oh, just look around you, right? Automation and AI by 2030. I would say even maybe sooner, but let's call by 2030. Many of the simple professions will disappear. At risk are secretaries, office managers, accountants, cashiers, salespeople, support staff, call center operations, taxi drivers, couriers, etc. If you are listed on one of these, or you know your job's in risks, just understand that if your job can be automated and you think it's too easy, it probably will be automated. So you got to start looking outsourced. You got to start using AI, and you got to start looking for an extra source of income today. All right. So the world is becoming more unstable. Obviously, inflation, like I mentioned, layoffs, such as big companies, even Meta, Nike, all these top companies that you know of are letting go of big people. And you got to start now building something that will sustain you, will get you through these tough periods, right? Because everything around you in the world is changing. So not trying to scare you guys, just trying to give you guys a heads up of what's happening, because the most important thing that I don't want you guys to do, and something that I never did in my life, was just become comfortable. I always knew there was something better out there, and there was something bigger out there for me to do. So the bit of truth, no one will help you. The state will never protect ordinary people. It will not find you a job and will not provide for you. Only you can help yourself. And this is so true. Like when I was down in the dirt, when I was a plumber, literally crying in the pits, crying in bathrooms and stuff like that, there was no one going to come help me. Like, hey Joe, here's another job. Like, no, it's not going to happen. You got to do stuff for yourself and make yourself proud and get yourself out that hole, right? So this is just a little motivational part from my side, that if you guys don't know me, because I do get quite into what I talk about, so I do also go into a bit of trading. Obviously there's going to be a lot of trading, but obviously I do like to, because I know where you guys started at. I know you guys' starting points. I know where you guys are in your journeys, and I just want a better life for you guys. All right. So trading gives you the real freedom. No one will fire you, take away your bonus, or yell at you. You will yell at yourself. I know it sounds funny, but you will be like, damn, I could have made more money. I could have done certain things. So you can be anywhere in any country at any time zone. Trading is especially active during a crisis and provides opportunities to earn. There is no income ceiling. 3K per month is just the beginning. Quick money compared to other ways of earning, for sure. You only need a skill, not a diploma. Look at myself. I didn't go get further education after high school, right? Look at what I've achieved. So if you're in the same boat, some people I saw in the chat as well, some of you are engineers, some of you are nurses, a lot of you guys had to study for that, and that's great. If you guys, remember, if you are happy with what you're doing, you're happy with your profession, that is okay. I'm not saying stop doing that, go find something else today, but make sure you have that extra source of income. That's all I'm saying. So trading has existed for more than 400 years, and yes, because my great-great-grandfather used to trade as well, so that's why I feel like I got into the trading space. But Forex has been in the modern form, has existed for more than 50 years. This is something that will work as long as there are people. It's the foundation of the world economy and finance. Now, a lot of people say, oh no, crypto's dead, trading's dead, it's not going to work. Trading will just keep going on and on. It will never stop, right? The systems are just getting more advanced. There's just more people getting into the markets, and when there is money, there is markets moving, right? So you may now say, Luke, you're only showing one side. And right, trading is a lot of stress, there's a lot of risk. I've lost my deposit, thousands of dollars several times. I've been doing trading for 2 years studying, and I haven't learned to trade in profit. It's very hard. That's partly true, right? Like I said, trading can be one of the simplest things you can do, but it also can be the most stressful thing to do if you do not have a proper system that actually works, and you just generally don't know what you're doing, right? Anything in life, if you don't have any roadmap, you don't know what you're actually doing, it could be really, really bad. So you'll not need to analyze the charts, be in front of the monitor 24/7, go through difficult training, and spend years of your life to come a positive result. Watch the webinar, and at the end, you'll understand everything. We have prepared the simplest, most logical, and most effective solution. So this is why you need to watch this webinar, because this is what I've put in all the work, so that you guys can just sit back on your computer right now and just go like this. I'm waiting for that source. Yeah, I'm waiting for that big news. And yeah, when you guys see it, and obviously guys, from the webinar, you guys will get a gift as well at the end. Some of you will get a gift. And also remember that you still have my YouTube videos to obviously go learn, practice, and continue growing even more, right? Let's have a look at some feedback. Feedback, so AI helped me to make an extra $1,200. I remember Perry from the UK shared his experience. Started off with $5,000, which again is a lot of capital for most people. Obviously for me, it's a decent amount of cash. Received another $5,000 as a deposit bonus. Remember, if you deposit with me, with one of my recommended brokers, you do also get a deposit bonus, either 100% or 150%, depending on your account balance and depending on what time you deposit as well, like which time during the month. So sometimes I do have 100%, sometimes it is 150%, or just depends. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a DM. So he made $1,200 using the AI algorithm signals, and the best part was from his own words, a personal mentor who helped him throughout the training process. If Perry had such small prior training experience and could make the cash inside the VIP, you can do it too. So good job, Perry. Let me remind you, these people had no connection with trading. They live their lives, go to work, raise children, do their hobbies, and make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 on trading. This is literally people in everyday situations, right? Doing what you can be doing as well, but why you're not taking action, right? You're not putting in the work, you're not giving it a chance. You have this whole narrative that this isn't going to work, my friends failed, and you just don't try it for yourself, and you never actually will ever know because you're too scared to take the risk, right? So if that's one of you, let me know. So is everything clear so far? Please put a fire emoji in the chat if you have any questions as well, just before we get to the next couple of slides. Obviously everything I explained earlier was pretty self-explanatory. I don't think there should be much questions, but if there is, everything's good, we move on. Just put a flame emoji or just put an emoji there, and then we can continue with the webinar. It's a slight little break because I've been talking quite a bit. But the strategy, everything else will come into the slides. We're just going to have a little bit of a warm up, you know, guys. Slow but steady, we will get to it. Okay, so that's a couple of emojis. Cool. I think there's a little bit of delay on the stream, so yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit of emojis. I think some people more will put emojis. I think everything's clear. I don't think we necessarily have to stop right here. There will definitely be a time where you guys will be answering more questions, but I think everything was straightforward. I was just going through my story, I was just going through some testimonials, and I was just going through some certain aspects what's happening in the world and what the webinar is going to be about, basically. So I don't think there should be much questions, but if there is, never know. Cool. Anyways, let's move on. Cool. So part 2, why gold in 2026? Right, there's so much other thing. Why not silver? Why not Bitcoin? Why not any other assets? Why not the S&P? Right? Why is it gold? So the different assets such as stocks, currencies, crypto, silver, oil, and there's gold, the one which makes people financially free. And yes, literally, that's what gold did for me. Right? As crazy as it sounds, gold did that. A simple thing that you see on a chart. And I do have some physical gold right here, but I've just been looking at a chart, and just a chart and clicking a few buttons has literally got me to the next level. It's insane when you think about it, right? It feels like it's too easy, it's too good to be true, which I thought it was, right? But gold, if you have a look at the most assets, the most traded asset in the world, and the biggest market cap, it's gold by a long run, right? Gold is $31 trillion, right? The daily trading volume per day is $200 billion. So when you guys make $1,000 in that market, and you're like, damn, I just robbed the market, and you feel like, you know, you're done. If you haven't even scraped the surface, even if I make $100,000 in a day, it does nothing to that market. It's like I am the smallest piece of pie. When you start to make, when the markets, you know, when you become in a big whale, I'd say when you're in the couple 100 million to billions, that's how much you trade in per day. what we trade in, what we just want to get that small piece of the pie. We're not interested in making $1 billion, right? Because obviously, I mean, I think we all want to make $1 billion, but we got to start somewhere, right? And just have a look. The next asset, which is silver, which a lot of you guys obviously see, and some of you trade as well, but that's 4 trillion. It's insane, right? The difference is absolutely ridiculous. And the next stock is around 6 times less than what the current gold value is. So when I tell you that there's opportunities in the markets, there is loads of opportunities in the markets. All right. So gold has survived all global crises. Gold is the only main safe haven for money in any crisis and any war, which you guys have seen is true, right? What happened when the wars started breaking out? Gold price absolutely pumped, right? Almost to 5,000 per ounce. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the history, a little bit of history, so you guys know exactly what you guys are getting into. Remember, guys, if you're going to invest your money into something, it's always important that you guys understand what you're investing in or what you're doing, right? And this is why I go through some of the history. Obviously, I wasn't much of a big history guy in school and stuff like that, but you know, when I'm really interested about something, I like to know a lot about it, right? So if anyone asks me something about it, I know a little bit about it. So I know what I'm talking about. I know where the money's coming from. I know how I'm making money, and that's important, right? So 2008, the global financial crisis, the stock market collapsed by 50%, gold rose by 25%. When there's uncertainty in the world, assets rise, right? Simple as, because people buy more safer commodities such as gold and silver. So 2020, obviously most of you are in this chat right now. You guys will all know about it, is the COVID-19 pandemic, and you know how it impacted businesses, people, families, everything. Gold reached a new historical high of 2070. So another big thing in the world, gold continued rising. 2022, war, inflation, energy crisis, gold held its position while stocks fell. 2024 to 2026, the growth of the US debt, war in the Middle East, gold reached a new all-time high of $5,600 per ounce, right? So it just goes to show from 2020 to 2026, gold price more than doubled, right? And what we're chasing is, let's say, a $10 move, $20 move. So imagine how many opportunities there were for the past 6 years. And I've been in the markets for the past 10, profitable for the past 4, and teaching people for the past 2. So I've seen every single thing that's happened in the markets, and it's been a good journey. So simple logic of a movement and trading. The gold chart literally works by the books and by the laws of the market. So it's very predictable and reliable asset for trading. This is why a lot of you guys ask me the same question on stream. Why do you only trade gold? Because I know gold. I know how it moves. I know exactly what to look for. I am very comfortable with it, and I don't need to outsource, like, let's say, currencies and these other pairs. Yes, I do trade, like, let's say, crypto. I do trade some other pairs, for example, but gold is my bread and butter. I can make the same amount of money that someone trades 10 assets than I can make with one, for sure. Gold has good volatility, that's for sure. Gold provides big opportunities to earn. Yes, crypto has even more volatility, depending on which cycle we're in. But volatility in crypto is risk. On gold, there's opportunities. Gold cannot be scammed in one night or one tweet. So as you guys know, what it means by that, if you guys were following crypto back in the day, or like still currently now, if someone says something about crypto, let's say Michael Saylor, let's say Donald Trump, price completely fluctuates, right? So we don't get wicked out by a single tweet or one night by someone saying something. So gold is the perfect start, or excellent start, to build a solid foundation and to earn yourself $3,000 per month as reliable additional income. Later, you can move on to crypto, stocks, and other markets. And this is a good way, right? Build that foundation first with sustainable income. Once you get to that level, you can start to move it more into more, let's say, safer stocks, stocks that move up, let's say, 5%, 10% per year, something that you're more stable into, right? But now you're looking for, quite big returns, because why? Firstly, you could be young, you could have more, might not have as much responsibilities, so you can take a little bit more risk. So every day the price of gold moves around $20 to $200, making this obviously a great opportunity for any deposit, right? And back in my day, when I used to trade a couple of years ago, I don't think gold moved like $200 in a couple of months, right? So just to explain to you, like gold moving $200, that's like 2,000 pips, and $20 is 200 pips, right? Gold would maybe move like 200 pips sometimes in a month. So there wasn't as much opportunity that we had back then as much as we have now. Like I've seen gold move like $200-300 in a single day. That's insane, right? So because of for good profit, even $15 to $20 movement is enough. Like I look at that now and I'm like, that's more than enough. Like even a $10 move is very good, especially if you know what you're doing in the markets. Okay, let's have an example of a trade. So most of you that's in the LNB VIP intraday gold signal group, you guys will understand exactly how this works, right? But for some of you, it might seem new. So this is how we structure our signals and how simple it is to enter and exit trades, and just pretty much how I update you. So for example, in this trade, the first $5 of the gold price movement brought me in $1,000 profit. So looking at the left hand side, you guys can see that our entry was at 4660, and you can see the price just moved up by $5, 4665, giving us $1,000 on that trade alone by trading 2 lots. Now for some of you, 2 lots is quite a lot, but just to showcase you guys, just a $5 move can bring in $1,000 if you know what you're doing and you're comfortable with that position. Now obviously it's relative, so if you trade like 0.2 or you trade 0.1, it could be much more different. But this is what I'm explaining to you, proper risk management tools and how to fix your mindset in terms of what your current balance is. So the next move on the right hand side is a $10 move, which brought me in $2,000, right, or even more. So you can see we entered at 4677, and this was on a gold buy. So just above here, it's not shown, but just above here, I'll tell you if it's a buy or a sell. And we will enter the position, and just this TP2 was it, 1,000-point move, which is 100 pips. This brought us in $2,234, right? And this was in the span of 40 minutes, right? Just less than 40 minutes. I'd say 35 or something like that. 35 minutes brought me in $2,200. Remember what I used to say? When I used to work as a plumber, I used to earn $150 per month. So 30 days. How much is that? 80 hours, you know. So it just goes to show, if you have got 30 minutes to spare, this is the type of results that you can start to see. Right, cool. And it's not only me, but hundreds of participants of the VIP community. Now you guys can go completely for free in my public group. Go look at the reviews and you guys can scroll there. It's endless scrolling. You guys probably won't be able to even get to the top of how many members in the community are winning on a day-to-day basis, right? This is just some of them. And yes, it's hundreds of people. I'm not going to go through every single one because it's going to take way too long. But yes, loads and loads and loads of people are making money in the markets. Have a look at that. Try to squeeze in as much as possible so it doesn't block out the whole thing. But let's have a look. $2,000, $4,000. Just trying to read the numbers because it's a little bit small. Some people made $160, for example, but it's all varied depending on your account size, right? Someone made $100, super happy with that as well. Like I said, just all depends on what you're comfortable with and what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So this is when gold moves $100 to $200 per day. This is just the gold's volatility jumps past Bitcoin. So it's just to show like when gold actually moves based on news, based on volume. You can see the way gold moves at the bottom of the year and how quickly it'll move above Bitcoin. And like we always say, Bitcoin is super volatile. Gold gives us opportunities. All right, so just a chart percentage. Let's have a look at one feedback while we're still on the feedback side of things. So Alejandro from Chile shared his trading experience. Heard on my Insta about buy gold, right? XAU USD is another term for gold. And he got liquidated on Monday, found my live streams on Tuesday, took a free live swing trade that made him almost 1,520 on it, joined the VIP, received the deposit bonus, which helped him recover the balance. So those who were affected by gold manipulations this week, come to the VIP, use the 2x deposit bonus, and start using my signals to start scaling your account next week. So if you lost money with gold manipulations, I highly recommend Luke Signals. Thank you very much, Alejandro. Really appreciate that, and good luck with the rest of the week. Don't get liquidated again. So if you got liquidated, don't. Just come before you get liquidated, or before you're thinking about getting liquidated, come there first. So the $3,000 a month math make it real. So what is $3,000 per month? So $3,000 per month is in essence working for $150 per day, and gold is not traded on the weekend, so it's obviously Monday to Friday. So $150 you can achieve within 1 to 2 trades. That's all you need per day. Simple as, right? It sounds a lot simpler than it is, because it really is. So here's an example of a public trade. This is a trade that I sent. As you guys can see, you guys are all familiar with this, especially if you find my public group from a link, or from my Instagram, or from YouTube, for example. This is exactly how I sent it. This trade, in 1 hour and 17 minutes, we took 3,000 points of a market move, $30 move, right? Now put that into perspective. You were trading, let's say, a 1 lot size on that, you would have made $3,000 on a trade that you weren't even in the VIP. And this is what I'm showcasing to you guys, how simple it is to actually make money in the markets if you use proper risk management and you know what you're doing. And this was sent completely for free. So like I said, depending on the account size and what you were looking at, is 0.01 would have given you $30, 0.05 $150, and advanced level 0.2 lot $600. Now that's on the trade that we took publicly in the group, and one participant made actually 1,856, because you can see he traded about 2.28 lots. But look at, for example, remember, you need to make $150 per day, right? So if you took this trade on a 0.05 lot size, you would have already made your daily target. So as you can see, making your first $150 a day on gold is very simple and fast. 1 to 2 trades that work out within 30 minutes, 2 hours are enough. You don't need to stare at the chart the whole time. You only need to set the take profit and stop loss values in the terminal. And here's just some of the groups that we're in. So obviously we got the crypto group, we got the LNB intraday gold signal group, and we got the AI group as well. So it's all giving the same thing: what to do with the signal, it's a buy or a sell, the take profits, and the stop loss as well. Cool. The math of your time: a traditional job, $30 per hour, 9 to 5 every day. Trading, $150 per hour, once a day, 1 to 2 trades. Now that's obviously varied on, obviously depends, fluctuates from person to person. Some people can make that even with 1 trade, some people can make it within 2 trades. It doesn't matter. But the most important thing is, like, you trading your time right now. Your time is the most important thing. Why doesn't everyone just do this if it's so simple? Why after 50 years people still lose money on trading? Write your assumptions in the chat. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think before we continue? What is holding you guys back right now from making $150 a day? I'm going to tell you my reason, right? And then you guys can put in the chat, what's your reason? So my reason is I wasn't confident enough. That was purely my reason. I said, I don't believe in myself enough to make $150 a day. I don't think I'm capable of doing that, because I was put into a box, and I was put into a small group of people, and you know, I didn't ever believe that I could make $150 a day with my skill set, and because I was in South Africa as well. So I seemed like I'm being ridiculous right now. It sounds like bullshit. But you know, later on, when you start to lose that doubt, you start to lose that that stigma behind that, and you start pushing yourself to the next limit, you will see what's actually achievable, right? Because imagine for me, like a person of my account size, like over $800,000 in trading right now, everything's changed drastically. Like, I don't even know what my ceiling is now. I don't like to even put a ceiling right now, because it doesn't exist. You only benchmark something that you might seem attainable, like that might seem a goal, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Once you achieve that small building block, you just keep building. Right? So I just want to read some of these things. So afraid to lose it, so closing earlier. Okay, cool. They have no plan. Yep, correct. Maybe lost so much money before, or maybe don't have enough money for initial investment. True. Nothing. Okay, nothing. But yeah, okay. So basically, it's maybe because of reasons such as they don't have enough capital, they maybe burnt themselves before, they lost a little bit of faith, they gave up on their mentor, they tried a different strategy, they're just like a little bit lost, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that this can all be fixed by following one person and following a proper system that actually works, right? So it's all simple. People look for secret strategies, indicators, secrets, instead of just studying basic theory. Now, because studying the basics takes a long time, everyone wants a quick strategies the market provides them. Like, for example, some YouTube videos, the 5-minute scalping strategy, the how to use any strategy that works. People don't want to sit boringly in front of the chart and find quality trades. People want to play, feel excitement and emotions. People want to become millionaires tomorrow instead of just steadily and calmly $150 to $300 per day. Now, again, I'm not here to promise you or sit here and tell you, hey, bro, I'm going to teach you how to make $1 million here. It's like, no. I'm here to try and teach you on how to make an extra steadily and calmly passive income every single day or every single month. That's it. And I know most of you are capable of doing it. You guys are just scared, right? So people come into the trading with fragments of knowledge and don't have a complete picture of the market. They trade chaotically and on emotions, and the result, they lose years of their life and tens of thousands of dollars, which is true. The right way, you don't need to dedicate your life to trading. Mind your own business, life, family, hobbies. Trading will support your interests financially. Because at the end of the day, you're not able to do the things you do because why? You just don't have time, or you don't have money, or you don't have both. So let's have a look at feedback. And then just in a couple minutes, we will go through the exact strategy on what's allowed me to make extra money. So make sure you guys stay along and then watch the video till the end to receive that special gift. So my newest VIP member, Adam, has been in the same loop most beginners live in. Right? No guidance, no structure, just wasted time. We met in person actually in 2023 in Malta. Saw the levels, saw the circle, and understood there was something important. Watching winners is not the same as learning from them. In 2026, he stepped into the VIP. 4 days later, he made $1,677 in profit. His only regret, not starting earlier. And you can see Adam on the left with his kid. And now what's the nice part about this, he actually sent me a video. And it was just so nice because I think he sent me this video on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And I was like, that's great, because he sent it to me in the middle of the day, which meant that he had more time now because he just made extra income to spend time with his kid. And that's fantastic, right? So all you need now is to start the path to financial freedom, and creating an additional income is gold. Gold, 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 right? Why does the majority lose money? Is they have no system. Like someone said in the chat earlier, they don't have a system, they don't have a plan, they don't have risk management, they trade alone. So what the system I provide is that this is a system that's real profitable trading in 5 steps looks like. Okay. I've never shown this before, not the setups, not the thinking. Today that changes. So make sure, get ready. I know most of you are like, when's the source coming? It's coming. All right, so this is going to get to the interesting part now, the real interesting part, and obviously the end of the video is going to be the interesting part, because I'm going to give away a gift. So I don't predict direction, I read structure. One question every single time: who's in control, the buyers or the sellers? Now, as you guys know, the strategy that I trade is supply and demand, with incorporated most of the times with a Fibonacci level. All right, plain. It sounds simple, right? Well, let me tell you that it is. So the setup is, I wait for one thing: price returning to a zone where the big money already moved, confirm the reaction, enter. That's the entire game, right? I try and make it as simple as possible, because really, if I can understand it, you can understand it as well. I'm not some absolute big brain genius that just like figured things out. It's just that I put in a lot of work, and I tried many different things, and I find something that actually works for me, that allows me to take trades, that allows me to be patient and actually make money in the markets. So here it goes, guys. AI gold scalping is isn't a separate strategy, it's the exact process. So a lot of you guys ask me about the AI as well. And the AI is, let's say for example, you're doing a manual, you read the market structure, identify key zones, confirm reaction, execute entry, right? That's exactly what we do. I didn't build a bot and hope it works. I built a bot based on what already worked. So the AI gold scalping is read the market structure, identify key zones, confirm reaction, execute entries. That's exactly what it does. Automated 24/7 when the markets are open. I didn't build a bot and hope it works. I automated what already worked. Okay, cool. So now, guys, here we go. Here comes the fun part. Here comes the fun part. And this is what we're going to be speaking about now. I'm talking about the supply and demand zone execution. 3 work trades in the example from identification to trade management. So I'm going to be breaking down 3 trade examples, 1 hour demand zone, 5-minute supply zone, and a 4-hour supply zone as well. So I've taken 3 examples, and these are trades that I've taken, trades that I've sent to the VIP, and including 1 trade that I even took on my live stream as well. So all of this is on my YouTube, all of this is on my VIP as well. So these are actual trades that you can go back and you can actually check if they worked. So 3 trade examples. Each example is a complete trade execution process from zone validation to trade management. All right. So this is going to be the 3 trade examples. So I'm going to show you guys on the chart as well exactly what we look for, the key steps as well, so that you guys can follow along. Make sure if you want to take notes now, make sure to have out your notepad. Take some notes, listen to the exact steps. I'll leave it up on the screen for a little bit so that you guys have enough time to write down exactly what I'm looking for. And then after the stream, please feel free to go test this for yourselves. Okay. So the first example will be a 1-hour demand zone, entry from the demand zone on a higher intraday time frame, core process, breakup structure, impulse, retest, entry. This will be a 6-step guide. The other 2 will be a 7-step guide, so the 5-minute and the 4-hour. So supply zone plus the Fibonacci confirmation, 50 to 61.8 level before entering a short. 4-hour higher time frame zone with the target extension well beyond a 1 to 2 risk reward. So this is like, I've incorporated 3 different time frames, plus I've incorporated also a Fibonacci, which is a tool that you guys can use completely for free. Plus, I've also incorporated on the 4-hour time frame how we justified to not get only a 1 to 2 risk reward, but we're able to get like a 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, right? And just to help you guys to explain what exactly risk reward is, it means that how much you're risking to how much you're potentially going to make. So if you're risking, like, let's say $50 and you're going to want to make 150, that's just your risk reward, your calculations. All right, cool. So let's go to the 1 hour demand zone, right? So yes, it is a little bit smaller, but let me see. Make sure to try and just zoom in on your screen as well. This is about as big as I can get it, but everything will make sense, right? So let's see if I can go. Okay, no, it will be fine. So if you guys can see it, it's a little bit smaller, but if you guys want to just zoom in actually on the chart and just make it a little bit cleaner. So I'm just going to identify, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the other examples will be a little bit bigger, but just pay attention to what I'm about to explain. So I've done this all for you guys, and yes, I will also be making a YouTube video as well for this. So if you guys want to, make sure you follow my YouTube channel and actually go see it, maybe potentially bigger and easier to see, but this is how we look for positions. So number 1, identify a valid demand zone. So a zone only becomes tradable after a breakup structure or change of character, confirmation that buyers have control. So what do we have here exactly, right? Have a look at where I've drawn the green box, green from the green, from a candle before that, confirming. So if the candle before that, before the big move, was a bearish candle, that's going to be our demand zone. So I've drawn that box from the top from there to the bottom of there, and we saw that we had a strong impulse move, right? Number 2, strong bullish candles, minimum pullback. The stronger the move, the stronger the zone. So you will see that this pushed away very aggressively from the zone. We didn't tap back into this, so giving us our second confirmation. And then we wait for breaking structures. We're starting to see that price continue to break structure. We're like, this is great. It's giving us a direction that we want to continue going higher. So this is giving us the direction of what we need. We understand the market is looking bullish. Broke above there, broke above there. We started to break more and more structure. So when price comes back down, this is the most important part, is that we wait for price return. Number 4, you can see that price starts to break, starts to come back down and comes down to that retest area. Now, what is the retest area? This zone that we marked before. Now, this could have taken, let's say, an hour, 2 hours for it to play out. But like I said, we had a strong impulsive move to the upside, slowly broke back down, came back down to here, retapped into that level. This would have given us a nice 1 to 2 overall. So this would have given us a nice 1 to 2. You can see price entered exactly there. Went in a little bit of drawdown. No problem about that. Because our stop loss, where do we put our stop loss? Just below that demand zone. So if price wants to continue to break below there, we know that's probably going to shift structure and we don't have to worry about that trade anymore. We count as a losing trade. But this is the trade setup overall. We get that confirmation, execute the trade, stop loss just below the zone, target minimum 1 to 2 risk reward. That's exactly what we did there. Bam, bam. Price pushed up and trade management. We move stop loss to break even, take partials. If trends holds, let it run past the 1 to 2. So at any moment, once the price pushes back up here, once it breaks at least like a 1 to 1 risk reward, we can start to hold the trade, move stop loss to break even, let this trade continue running, because this is how we get those big runners like a 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, right? So this is just one example of waiting for a 1 hour demand zone validation. Is it quite clear to everyone on the screen? Is the steps? I don't know how it seems on you guys. I'm just going to make it. Yeah, I think you guys can see it clearly because I just saw it on my. I'm just checking on my YouTube here. It looks pretty clear for me. I'm going to go through another 2 examples. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to maybe, if you guys have any questions regarding any of this, because maybe I'll answer the questions within the next 2 setups. So let's maybe wait for that before asking any questions. But for now, let's see what the next slide is. So this is just before the move happened. Identifying this just makes it a little bit easier. This was the demand zone that we're waiting for. We had structure that needed to be broken there, and once we saw price starting to break structure, came down to there, and that's what caused it to perfectly tap into that, and that's what gave us our move to the upside, right? And these are all here, just identifying break of structure, change of characters on the right and left hand side. Now I'm going to explain the 5-minute supply zone, the short entry. So now I just broke through a long entry, and I want to show this first, right? Because this is very important. So I put it on a replay tool before the trade actually went live, because obviously this trade played out. This is the one trade that we took actually on stream. So I want to identify now, right? So understand what's happening here. Now you guys can see these lines on the screen. So I'm going to make it very basic for you guys. Obviously I know what the lines are. So this is one line here, this gray line. There's a blue line here, and there's a green line here, and there's a gray line here. Now what I've done is I've understood that this is a non-tradable zone. Why? Because it's consolidation. Price isn't doing anything. We're not getting impulsive moves. We're not getting retracements. We're just staying within the same range. We're creating equal highs, equal lows. What happened next? We had an impulsive move to the upside. Now, a lot of people would be like, oh, damn, this is looking like it's going to go bullish. But now, wait. This could now be a liquidity sweep, taking out all this liquidity to the upside for us to continue to make our bigger moves. So, manipulation. So, this is manipulation. Continuation, right? So what I've done is I've understood that firstly this has given us an opportunity to firstly create that supply zone. So where did I take it? From the top of where it broke, so the highest point of this current move, right, to the lowest point of the current move on the wick, so wick to wick. Identify this range. Then I've identified, wow, if I had to have a look at this, I have a supply zone here. Because why? We had an impulsive move followed by another impulsive move, which is great, and plus we had a change of character as well. Plus we have this move, so we took the candle plus the wicks before this, drew out our demand supply zone. Plus we also have another confirmation because we have the 0.618. Now the 0.618 level, if you guys have any questions on how to get started with the Fibonacci level, this is showcasing now that we have a fib level confirmation on a supply zone. So what does that give us? Extra confluence on this trade. So now we've got double confirmation, meaning that we're like, bam, this is looking very, very good. This is looking like an A+ setup now. Now I want to go back previous. Let's see how the trade played out. Okay. Have a look at how perfectly this trade played out. So we had that big impulsive move to the downside. Now what we were waiting for, identify a valid zone. So yes, we identified, cool. We had change of character, price started to push down. Impulse move away. Everyone can agree this was a big impulse move to the downside. Break of structure, which we had. The price started to push back up. So wait for the retracements, nice and slow and steady. Price came up, perfectly tapped into our supply zone, as you guys can see there. Supply zone over here. And tapped into the 0.618 level. You can see how powerful that 0.618 level was. Tapped that perfectly. No drawdown at all. Put it at a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Target the previous lows. And you can see how this trade played out. So we waited for the exact Fibonacci confirmation. Execute the trade. Trade management. You can see how this trade just perfectly played out. Right? Now this is what I want you guys to go look for. Right? Understand if you have consolidation. Wait for the next impulsive move. Wait to give us those confirmations to say, okay, is this a valid supply or demand zone? Let's see if we can draw a Fibonacci to get that extra confirmation. If we have that extra confirmation, great. Let's put our supply or demand zone. In this case, it will be our supply zone. Supply means sell, demand means buy. And if everything aligns, this should be an A+ setup, and I'll be able to execute this trade. Use proper risk management. Put your stop loss just above the previous, or put it above the supply zone. You can see I put it just above there. And wait for the trade to play out. Leave it. Okay. And this one played out perfectly, a nice 1 to 2 risk-free trade, and perfect. So that was on a 5-minute time frame. Obviously, we just saw that. Now the next one's going to be a 4-hour zone. 4-hour supply zone, extended target. Now this is what I wanted to talk about, which is very, very important, because a lot of you guys, let's say, limit yourself to what you're capable of doing. So like some of you guys would say, oh no, I only took a 1 to 2 on this trade, or I only took a 1 to 3 or 1 to 1. But a lot of you guys miss out, because a lot of the time you might have a perfect supply zone, a perfect demand zone, but your targets can be well up, because let's say you find a nice demand zone there, but where's the next targets that you can achieve? You can achieve maybe on the 15-minute, on the daily, so you can start to look at higher time frame analysis. And this is how you get those 1 to 10, 1 to 6, 1 to 7 risk rewards, right? So have a look at this. Yeah, perfect. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so I want to start with this one here. Okay, so this is the move. Obviously, it's in a replay mode, but this is the move that I want to look at. So let's have a look at what we're looking at the chart before we go actually into the actual live example. So price was pushing up. We understood, okay, bam, 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 price pushing up. We had a little bit of consolidation here on the left-hand side. We understood that price started to break. We had a break in structure over here, indicating that price was going to continue pushing down. Another break in structure or change of character over here. So price continued melting down. So this now on your 4-hour time frame becomes your valid supply zone. So now number one, we have number one, we have the confirmation that this could potentially be a supply zone. Why? Because we had the big impulsive move, broke through a lot of structure, price continued melting down. Now we need our second major confirmation. That's price, how slowly price pushes back up here, because this might be a liquidity candle, price might just spike through. So let's have a look at what exactly took place over here. Okay, so we have number one, supply zone. Okay, price broke down, came all the way down, tapped over here, and you can see that price broke, change of character, broke back down, had a change of character over here as well. Price slowly came back up to this level, right? So we have that confirmation, slowly crept up. And remember, this is on a 4-hour time frame, so this is taking a very long time to get up to this level, but there's a very important aspect that you guys need to pay attention to. So price came back up, we executed the trade. This needed to be a little bit across. Now you can see valid supply zone, everything looked good, executed our order here, you can see that the price almost came all the way, almost stopped us out, right? There was our stop loss, because remember, just put it slightly above, maybe above that wick would have been perfect. So you can see that that aligns with that. Put our stop loss above there. Now, a lot of people would have been scared of this position, because why? We in drawdown. And a lot of people said, no, they start to doubt themselves. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're feeling confident. And then they start to get paranoid. So they close the position early, or they blow their accounts because they're not using proper risk management. But everyone who took this trade and actually traded this trade correctly, they would have been perfectly fine. Because look what happened next, right? Remember what I told you earlier, is that this was a 1 to 2 trade, risk to reward. We're targeting a 1 to 2 standard. But look what happens next. Instead of doing a 1 to 2, we can say there was no ever retracement. Price never ever tapped back into that entry level again. So if we move stop loss to break even, risk-free trade, we could have ran this all the way down to a nice 1 to 5 risk reward. You guys see how you can start to navigate and start to get these bigger moves, these bigger profits, right? This is extremely important when you guys are trading and what you guys are looking for. So this is how I look for positions on a day-to-day basis, and this is how you guys can start navigating and making way more profits in the markets by understanding. Now, again, obviously this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. This is not necessarily what you guys have to do on a day-to-day basis. You guys can start to use different strategies, different formulas, but I send these trades on a day-to-day based on what I see on the charts. All right. So that basically breaks down exactly what I want to look for. So trade execution checklist, identify a valid zone, supply and demand, wait for a strong impulsive move, confirm with a break of structure or change of character, wait for price to return to zone. For shorts, check alignments with fib 61.8 or a 50.0.5. Enter the stop loss outside the zone. Target a minimum 1 to 2 risk reward. Higher time frame supports a move. Hold towards the next level. Right. So that's why it's always important that we go down to a move stop loss to break even, because you never know what can happen. It could return into 1 to 5, especially if price doesn't return back to that entry point. All right. So if you guys want to get set up and started now, this is going to be the important part. If you guys want to start taking the same trades that I take on the day-to-day basis, this is exactly how you do it. So open a broker account. I work with several brokers. So you have plenty of options, all different countries, no problem. Set up a gold XAU chart on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames. Clean chart, no indicators needed to start. That's it. 5 button clicks and you're looking at the same chart I see every single day. Okay, step 2 is read the gold market. Understand the trend. Is gold going up or down this week? Find key levels where price bounced before. Those are your zones. The simple rule is buy near the support in an uptrend, sell near resistance in a downtrend. That's a simple way of seeing it. The trend is your friend. You don't need 10 indicators. You need to see where price of gold wants to actually go. All right, spot the entry signal. Wait for price to come into your zone. Don't chase. Look for confirmation candle, pin bar, engulfing candle. The signal tells you gold is ready to move. Or, very simple, you skip all of that shit. In the VIP, the signal comes to your phone with everything already done. Right? You get the entry, you get the stop losses, you get the take profits. So entry price, direction, targets, and you just simply copy, paste, and profit. So step 4, set up your risk. Set your stop loss before entering. Risk 1 to 2% per trade. Set your profit 2 or 3x your stop loss. And this is just an example of taking the trade, the proper maths. With this rule, even if you lose 4 trades in a row, 1 gold trade brings you back. The math is risk per trade. Your deposit is $500, which most of you guys do. Plus, if you get the deposit bonus as well, risk per trade is $10. Take profit is 20 to 30. So this is how you can, if you lose a trade, you only lose 10, but in one trade you can make $30. Typical. So the 5-step gold trading system. Step 5, execute and repeat. Enter the trade. It literally takes you 30 seconds, maybe even less if you know what you're doing. Set the stop loss and the take profit, then close the app. Come back in a few hours or in a couple minutes. Track your results weekly, adjust, improve, and grow. This is the entire system on how you can go from $0 to making $3,000 every single month. And these are results from real people doing exactly what I've just explained now. So don't take my word for it. Here's what the VIP members are taking, the exact same trades, doing what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. So these are just regular people, not traders by profession, just people who followed the signals and the system. Every single one of them, of these results, came from people in the VIP getting 3 to go 6 signals every single day. So how and why these people get results while others lose money? Because what they do not do, they do not sit in front of the charts 24/7. They do not have the stress from trading. They do not deep dive in the subtleties of trading. They do not take expensive courses, right? Because these expensive courses at the end of the day is going to get you nowhere. Because why is that guy selling expensive courses? You can just do it for free, get the same results. All that the people are doing is earning $3,000 a month. What they do is they repeat our quality trades according to a proven system. As you guys saw the previous results, this is the simplest and fastest way to get the results in trading. Look at how it looks. Like, this is how we send the trades on a day-to-day basis. We risk and earn together. We give the entry points, as you guys can see, entry over here with the little pin. Take profits, these are your take profits, and the stop loss. So everything's micromanaged for you. All you need to do, right, literally takes 1 minute, and if you're quicker, you can probably do it in 30 seconds. And everyone, you can't tell me now that you don't have an extra 30 seconds or 1 minute in your day to execute a trade. So open your trading account on MetaTrader and enter the values. We click the button buy at the top 3 times, depending on how much you want to enter. For this example, we've entered 3 times because maybe there was 3 take profits. We enter the trade. You can see one trade went into a little bit of drawdown, and that's fine. And you can see just on the right hand side is we calculate our risk management and we let the trade play out, and this trade brought us in almost just over 300, I'd say $300. So it just goes to show how people are using a 0.5 lot size and doing these trades, and it's so simple and easy to do. Were you waiting for some super secret? Did you think there'll be a unique indicator or strategy? No, everything is straightforward and simple, right? And yes, I did share you guys a nice strategy that works, a supply and demand, and I teach you guys also how to use the Fibonacci. Many of you studying trades, you guys, waiting for things to do. You guys are tormenting yourself over this, but at the end of the day, it's so simple, right? Let's have a look at a feedback. This one's really cool. From a feedback from Martin, I really like this one. So he was 1 week inside the VIP, and his wife was actually about to give birth, right? And he got the deposit bonus, made $1,200 without staring at the charts all day. The coolest part, he was actually a pro trader for 5 years and currently unable to properly trade himself due to a family situation. Obviously, his wife's giving birth. If some of you do have family, you know how stressful that can be. That's where the signals come in handy. Simply just copy, paste them, and make money. Anyone can do it from your phone. Congrats, Martin. I wish you all the best, and all the best on the new family experience. This is my account on my FX book. So a lot of you guys look for confirmation, transparency. This is where I'm able to log my trades. Most of you guys maybe use this, or you guys can track your own trades here. There are many signals, but this is the one that can really, really take you to the next level. And this is the same trades that I take. So this was taken, this is a screenshot from a while back. Our current account, if you have a look now, it's over $900,000. But have a look at this. Deposited 100,000, withdrawals was 41,300. This was up until, I think it was just like 2 months back. So up till May, and you will see the results of where we are right now. So who can show verified statistics? Very few can. Since January, we're up 296% in profit, considering that's a 1 to 3 risk per trade. That's a 76% per month with strict adherence to trading without risk and excitement. And there's some results on the right hand side about people who have been doing the same thing. So don't take my word for it. Check it for yourself. Every trade, every result, track live on my FX book, the industry standard independent trade verification tool. 93% win rate, closed in June. 80% plus win rate, held for the last 6 months straight. So a lot of you guys asked for my win rate. Still to this current day, I'd say 7-8 months in, we're still at about an 80% win rate, which is insane. And this is what the current account looks like from the end of last month, so July the 21st. Now obviously we're in August, and we've gone over the 900k mark, so we're heading towards that 1 million mark. So this is our account. We've taken from 100,000, as you guys can see. Here's the deposit, and this you guys can go see it in my free Telegram community as well. You guys can click on the link and you guys can check it for yourself. We've taken over 1,200 trades on this account. Deposit 100,000. Withdrawals is 106,000. So we already withdrew more than our deposit. So this is a complete risk-free account. And profit sitting at 814,000. All right. Monthly gain on this account is around 41%. And drawdown, we've had 23% in drawdown. And daily, we're looking at 1.16. Remember what I always tell you guys, I'm risking maybe 1 to 2% per trade. If I'm making 1.16% per day, you guys can see what results you guys can actually achieve over a long period of time. So why verified statistics matter? Number one, anyone can screenshot a win. Few can show for 6 months unedited data. My FX book pulls directly from the broker. It cannot be edited or cherry picked. This is the same standard professional fund managers are held to. So I could collect my knowledge into a course that would cost $5,000 that turns you into professionals. But let's be honest, you want to create an additional source of income, not to be professional traders. That's why we created the VIP Trading Club, in which participants repeat trades and get results literally from the first day, even without experience. As you guys can see, some people joined within a month, some people joined in a week. They're really starting to see results within the first 3 days. So ready to find out the details? At the beginning of the webinar, I said you would have an opportunity to earn and train with me for free. We made the VIP community 100% free, no paid courses, no monthly subscription, no need to share profits with anyone. Each of you can already start trading with us tomorrow on quality trades, even today. Yeah, even today. The market's still open. It's not just a signal group, it is a community. Now, most of you guys know, if you've been watching this YouTube, you guys know that I've built a community. We have created an ecosystem in which it's impossible not to get a result in trading, even if you've learned about trading just now. Now I'll present to you what's included in the community. Right, so this is what you get when you join the LMB trading community. Not only do you get a fantastic community where you are able to ask people, join on my live sessions, but you get 3 to 6 quality signals on gold. These signals offer my trading strategy that's increased public trading account from $100,000 to $824,000 in 7 months. Each signal arrives precisely on time. You can enter trade in literally 1 minute. Like I explained to you, I showed you a 3-step guide on how to enter every trade. You receive a clear entry point, take profits and stop loss. Simple and fast. Trades come during the working hours when you are on your phone. Everyone's on their phone. You can't lie to me and say, oh no, I'm not on my phone. Like, sometimes you're on your phone, fair enough. You might, that's what I'm saying. You might not get every single trade, but it is possible to enter these trades. I'll make it very easy to do, because why? I send the trades before the time that you guys can simply just copy, paste, and profit. Turning your notifications on the community, obviously very important. Put on notifications on my YouTube as well. On average, the trades are completed within 30 minutes to 2 hours. Now, this can obviously vary from trade to trade. I can't specifically put an exact time on it, because you guys know, obviously, sometimes we enter a trade, it consolidates for a bit of time, but sometimes it can be even a couple minutes, not even 30. So by the end of the working day, you can earn more than at your main job. I used to do that as well. When I used to work at Bulgari, working as a butler, I used to be like, what was my daily rate? I used to earn $500 a month. Sometimes I'd earn $500 in a day. And that's when I realized this is a waste of time. All right. Our biggest shift in trading isn't a new strategy. It's about who's placing the trades. Algorithms catch every reversal, every scalp 24/7 without emotion. And earlier you adopt AI, the easier your transition will be. So this is talking about manual trading versus algorithms, right? So obviously the one that's sent into the gold intraday signal group that's all human. That's all done by me. So it's delayed by emotion, limited hours, variable seconds to react. Now this is all correct because I'm doing these trades based on my own strategy, based on what's exactly happening. So obviously I understand from human to human that it could take a little bit of time. This is why the algorithm is there's no instant, no hesitation, 24/7, systematic, milliseconds, right? Using the same strategy that I use, but it doesn't miss a single trade. Obviously I'm only human. There is a high chance I could miss a setup, because why? I'm driving a car, I'm going to the shops, I'm speaking to someone, I'm doing certain things. So at any moment, 100% I could miss a trade. The algorithm doesn't miss, right? So you already use AI to write, to think faster. Trading is no different. It removes the emotion and executes faster than you can think. The traders who adapt early get the edge. Stop searching YouTube for the magic algorithm. I already built it. It's already been done. There's already people making thousands, tens of thousands of dollars trading this already. So here's what AI scalping actually is. My own trading system on gold, the one that closed in June at a 93% win rate and has held above 80% in the last 6 months of trading, packed into an AI algorithm that trades it for you. Same logic, same edge, just automated and running on the clock. So what's really good is it's sending about 8 to 10 trades every single day. Entry points, AI algo is finding setups and fire entries on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute time frames, morning, afternoon, evening. It does not sleep. Obviously when the markets are open, right? Just have a look at this. For example, this VIP trade brought us in the VIP signals. For example, 3 plus 1. Obviously had one stop loss, but total of 3,100 points, which is 310 pips. The AI scalp in the 1 minute time frame, so obviously this is taking trades on the 1 minute time frame itself. It took 5 trades, 0 stop loss. That means it's 100% win rate during that session or during that day, and this brought us in 7,707. Right now, I'm not saying don't use the VIP signals. I'd say use both, because just from these two alone, just from these two alone, that's 10,000 points. That's 1,000 pips. That's $100 move, right, on gold. That means if you did one lot, you would have made over $10,000 in a single day. The AI gold scalping group, the 5 minute time frame, one trade, 0 losses, 4,000 points, which is 400 pips, right? If you incorporate all of this, that's a shitload of pips, right? So it catches nearly every impulsive move. Slow range, bound day. It picks up the small moves, high volatility. It rides and swings, geopolitical chaos, macro news, unpredictable spikes. It doesn't freeze. It adapts and keeps finding entries. As you guys can see, these are all some examples that it's taken. Following the same strategy, just adapts to the market's conditions. So built on a proven system, not a guess. This isn't some random bot scraped off a forum. It is the exact strategy I've traded gold with for years, refined, systemized, removing emotion, hesitation, and human error. You don't need to hunt for a holy grail indicator or pay for some sketchy signal service online. It's already been built, tested, and running 8 to 10 times a day in every kind of market condition. Right, so the market volatile. A couple more slides left, guys. Just make sure if you're watching now, stay until the end, because there is a surprise at the end as well. So a big shout out to everyone who's watched watched so far, and just give me a couple more minutes because we're almost finished. The market's volatile and undecided. Wash's testimony, CPI rates. Wash is obviously the new finance dude. Let's call him a finance dude. Nobody knows in which way that breaks. Scalping is built for exactly this. AI scalping is a tool. Catches, moves fast, quick points, volatility, no waiting for one big play. Reads the news, adapts to the headlines. Driven fake outs, not on the charts. So it reads before the time exactly what's going to happen, right? If it reads like there is a big FOMC event, if it reads something, it starts to adapt according to that. 10 signals per day, stack points fast. Before fake outs trap you, tight risk, small exposure per trade, and the market decides. So it's perfect. So gold moving inverse to the war headlines. Before Iran wants a deal, algo went sell. XAU TP3 hit 1,778 points, 170 pips. Iran wants the deal. Algo flipped. Remember how quickly the markets were moving, guys, earlier. Like there was one, Trump said we're going to close the strait. Iran was like, we're going to flip. This is what it adapts to these news. So as soon as it's not going to continue holding a sell, knowing that we might go bullish because of the current market news, flips, gives us 3,200. So not only did you capture TP3 on a sell, in the same day you captured TP4, meaning that you caught nearly like 5,000 points, 500 pips just on those two news events. In the ship before the market decided, so sold the escalation, bought the de-escalation. So AI doesn't just look at the chart, it factors in news and backdrop for geopolitical situation. It understands the mechanism, not just the candles. Very good. Here's how I use AI signals. Right, so this is exactly how I would use it, and this is what I recommend you guys to use it as well. So get the notifications of a new signal, check the charts, if is the entry and targets valid. Use the trading idea to enter positions at the current market price. Open 2 positions for TP1 and TP2 only. 90% win rate statistically. Right, this is what I always say. You don't need to chase TP4, TP5. Right. You could chase TP1, TP2, get in, get out, get in, get out. This is how you start to build it quick, because the stop losses are quite tight. So if you get in, move stop loss to break even, ride the trade, or get out at TP2. Open some positions, get out. This is how you don't need to get that final take profit all the time. So after TP1, move stop loss to the second position to break even. No need to risk today's deposit. Repeat this several times a day according to the AI algo and start seeing profits. Alright, so the AI channel in action, same day, 3 time frames, different targets, different times. That's the beauty of it. The AI algo works around the clock. 1 minute is fast scalping, quick in, quick out, 490, 981, 192, stacking up as the prices it ran. 5 minutes, obviously guys, within a 1 minute there's a lot more candles being printed, which means there's a lot more data and a lot more action. 5 minute bigger swing, 1 clean entry, 1,205 points on the first TP alone. The 15 minute, and these are all the trades, it's obviously on here where I'm speaking about. The heavyweight 15 minutes, 9,900, right? 9,900 on one close, 2,000, 4,000 on TPs. So this is like how you can potentially get a trade in the 1 minute time frame and hold it based on the 15 minute and capture these crazy big trades, right? So 3 time frames, 3 strategies, all automatic, all profitable, same day. So personal mentor, 24/7 support. Our task is to bring you a result and to make sure that you do not lose money. We need participants who earn not just once but for years. So I'll explain why later. Even if you are a complete zero in trading, you will be personally shown how to use the signals correctly. That's for most people, they want to know how to use this, and now I'm explaining to you exactly how to get in and use this correctly. The team will watch to make sure you do everything right and will correct mistakes if needed. The team measures the results and makes the results better. Support is always next to you. You're not alone, because that's the worst part about it, right? And the full educational system for those who are really interested in trading and you want to upgrade your personal skills to find more trades. You receive a ready completed trading program, right? Ready quality trades, personal professional support, plus training, a result of $150 per day. And all of this is 100% free. People make tens to hundreds to thousands of dollars and not pay me a single cent. More, there is a secret bonus that I'm going to tell you about. This will give you a very big boost from the opportunity to make $3,000 but to $6,000 per month. So make sure you pay attention now, because this is going to be the big defining point. So why is community free? If we sell a subscription for $1,000 per month, considering that the club provides the opportunity to earn $3,000 per month, that's even a cheap price. Here's why I want to be extremely honest with you. There's one simple condition to get in the community for free. Trade with the broker through my referral link, right? The broker covers your entrance fee. You need a broker anyways, right? So you've seen the results of my trades. So you're going to need to, if you're going to want to trade, you're going to need to open a broker up anyways. So it's in that case, rather open up a broker that you know is trustworthy, someone that you rely on, someone that you actually know, that gives you validation with why I'm choosing these brokers, and I'll give you exact reasons why. So it's like having a bank account and use your credit card. It's unavoidable. It's like basically the same as using a broker. You're going to need to open a bank to spend money, unless you just use cash, which is good for you. But we work with some of the top large and reliable brokers around the world. VT Market, Star Trader, Vantage, Bullwaves, FX Pro, and I'm going to jump into 2 examples of how these brokers, how validated they actually are, and how long they've been in the markets for. So I don't partner with bullshit brokers, right? I need to make sure that my community members will get paid out, will receive their profits, because what's good in making money and you can't do anything with it, right? That's fucking stupid. But yeah, FX Pro has been in the markets for 20 years. They sponsor McLaren F1. So I'm proud to actually be a part of them. I'm glad that they reached out to me as well, because that's great, because they actually sponsor Formula One, and you guys know F1, to sponsor an F1 team is millions and millions of dollars, right? Has a perfect reputation on TradingView and Investing.com. 4.7 rating. Obviously, you're always going to get that loser that gives a 0 rating, but you can see if you got 4.7 rating on Investing.com, it's extremely high. And plus, they've been in the markets for 20 years. So Vantage as well. Most of you guys know Vantage as well. They've been in the markets for 15 years as well. Excellent reputation, 4.6. VT Markets, Bullwave, Star Trader, all the same. Wire trade on Bullwaves, licensed and regulated. Equitex Capital, FSA regulated. Same day withdrawals, 0 commissions, no delays, 150% deposit bonus. Profit stays 100% yours. Low spread from $300 minimum deposit. MT5 plus 200 instruments, Forex, metals, indices, and commodities. And on the right hand side, you will see that I've withdrawn to my crypto account 41,300, and I've showed you guys on my Telegram as well. This is just one example of when I've taken a withdrawal, 41,300 directly to my account from Bullwaves. So I make sure I use these brokers myself, and I trade with them properly so that I know that I get the experience, so I can give that experience to someone else as well. All brokers have the necessary license and are legally around the world, and they are regulated by the UK and other countries. All brokers have working deposits and withdrawals throughout the convenient methods and accordance to the law. You guys can see the licensing. SES is a very, very powerful organization, so if there's any issues, they would have taken them down. You can see that people earn money in screenshots with 100% profitability. You can see over here, guys, this is obviously the most important. You can see that people are withdrawing money. That's obviously the most important. That's what I want to show you guys. Like how important it is, obviously, when you guys use these brokers, when you make profits, it's important that you want to actually withdraw the profits. So just put a plus in the chat right now. We've only got like 5 slides left, guys, so just bear with me right until the end. So put a plus in the chat now if you guys use any of these brokers. I'm just curious to know if you guys are trading with any of the ones, VT Markets, FX Pro, Bullwaves, Vantage. So you manage your own account. The most important thing to understand is you fully manage your account, enter trades yourself. We do not have any access. We don't connect you to any trading bots, etc. At any moment, if you don't like a community, you can withdraw your money. Simple as. I do not earn money from your losses, right? This is the funniest thing that I hear a lot of people say. It's like, I earn money from your losses, which is very funny. But it's like, I would just look like a fucking idiot. Wouldn't I? Like, you see the trades that I take, right? They win in trades. So how would I, like, I understand. Someone actually told me that people get paid from from losses, right? So I'm like, but doesn't that just make you look bad, right? Doesn't that just make you look like an idiot? So yeah, don't earn money from your losses. Don't earn money from any of your trading at all, to be honest. I just earn like respect from you. I think that's all that I earn. So you get individual support. My team provides individually for each member community, monitors the results, watches that you don't go into minors, that you replicate the trades correctly, observe the risks, and always come with help. So that's really good. 1 second. All right. See you, Dana. No problem. Thanks for tuning in. We'll give a large professional, guys. There's only 2 slides left, so just pay attention. It's almost done. I know it's a bit longer than usual, but it's just important that we get right towards the end. We give a very large professional support and accompaniment to results. That's why we can boast such results. So is everything clear? Yeah. You can ask questions, and after that, you'll be able to get access to the community for free. So in a few slides under the video, a button will appear, which the button just appeared right now, to leave your request for free access to community. But today we're only taking 30 people. So I see there's 131 people watching. That means only a small percentage of you will be able to get into the VIP today. So the button has just been mentioned just under the chat there. Click that link. Drop me a DM right now while the spots. I'll let you guys know because I obviously start to get loads of messages in now, because obviously you guys want to know more about the VIP, you guys want to get set up and started. So it's very important that you guys click on that now. Just under the chat, there is a link, join VIP and get access. So click that now. And yeah, so let's make sure you get that going. I already see a couple messages coming in, guys. So make sure if you guys want to secure a spot, start messaging now. I'm already seeing a few messages come in. So it's the first people that's really serious that are wanting to get into trading and want to get set up and started. First 30 people, and it will be closed. Let's give everyone a little bit of time. So why is the recruitment limited? The resource of our team, obviously we provide full support from zero to result for each participant. We care about the quality. We can't allow you to lose money, because obviously this looks really bad. So yeah, that's why it's limited. But yeah, guys, we're getting towards the end now, and just onboarding the last 30 people. So you can ask your questions now. If you have any questions on joining, if you have any further questions, please feel free to type it in the group or to directly message me on Telegram. But yeah, we just did a 95-minute webinar. I think it went really, really good. I think it was really good. Thanks to everyone who had the patience and watched the whole thing. Obviously, with the webinars in the future, they will get just more and more advanced as we go. So really looking forward to that as well. So if you want to get access to the VIP, guys, make sure to click the link in just below there. Click the link, get set up and started. It will take you directly to my Telegram, and you'll be able to send me a message saying you want to get set up and started. All right? All right, guys. So I think that's going to be all for the webinar for today. Again, I'll mention one last thing. Thanks, Luke. Very informative. No, thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. It just was one to get through, trying to get through everything today. But I appreciate you guys. What are people who are already using the brokers you mentioned? If you're already in the VIP, you're already in the VIP. Maybe you want to get access to any of the other groups as well. But yeah, for most of the new people, this is for the new people if they want to get set up and started as well. So just click on the link, send me a message. Already in the VIP with you. Thank you for all your hard work. Can't recommend you enough. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be all. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Click that link just below the chat and drop me a DM. Appreciate you all for tuning in, and